Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to finish off part one of our Alberta math contest with question number 16. This is the 2010 paper, and it's not too late to download a copy for yourself and try question 16 before we proceed. But what have we got for our question this time? The number of integers n, for which n cubed minus 3n plus 2 is divisible by 2n plus 1 is. Okay, I think there was a question, a little harder question, but a similar question to this on a Hypatia, a University of Waterloo Hypatia problem that I did recently. Okay, one thing we might try and do is say, well, okay, this is a polynomial. This is a polynomial. Yeah, I know n's an integer, but we can definitely divide 2n plus 1 in here. Now, you might say, all right, let's divide 2n plus 1 into n cubed minus 3n plus 2, was it? Yeah. You might say, okay, well, how many times does 2n go into n cubed? Well, a half n squared. Right? But we don't want to start using a half because then we're going to lose all the nice integer work. Okay? Additionally, you want to properly do your long division, so you should line things up properly. But what we can do is we can say, all right, 2n plus 1 is odd. So 2n plus 1 doesn't in any way divide 2. It's whatever its GCD, whatever the number it is, its greatest common divisor with 2 must be 1. 2 has nothing in common with an odd number, right? So 2n plus 1 divides n cubed minus 3n plus 2 exactly the same time it divides if you multiply the whole thing by 2. Okay, multiplying by 2 doesn't affect it because, well, you're adding factors that we don't have in common with 2n plus 1. Okay, so when I do that, now my long division is a little easier, and we should leave a little bit of space. Technically, we've got 0n squareds here. Okay. Now, how many times does 2n go into 2n cubed? N squared. And we can perform a nice little long division. Okay. And then, oh, we've got the same problem. Rats. Okay. Well, we can say it has it divides n squared, and we can just say this is the remainder. Okay, well, 2n plus 1, does that really go into minus n squared minus 6n plus 4? Well, the same problem is going to happen, so let's double it again. Multiplying by 2 doesn't change whether or not this number divides in. And if we want to, we could even make it positive by switching all the signs. Oh, this should be 12, shouldn't it? Right, we do that. Now, how many times does 2n go into 2n squared? N times. We subtract, we'll get 11n minus 8. And then you say, okay, well, how many times does 2n plus 1 go into 11n minus 8? Well, same sort of problem. Same sort of solution. You can just multiply by 2 and it doesn't change what's going on. So we get 11 here. So 22n, and then plus 11. Right, and then so subtract those, we should get minus 27. Okay. So the remainder ultimately is divided by 27. So 2n plus 1 divides 27 exactly if 2n plus 1 divides the original number. Okay. This is a lot easier. Why is this a lot easier? Well, there aren't n's on both sides. 27 is a nice ordinary number. How many factors does it have? Well, we could add 2n plus 1 could be 1, 3, 9, 27. Let's just double check. Oh, n could be any integer, so we could also have -1, -3, -9, -27. Hey, if n's an integer, 2n's an integer, 2n plus 1 is an integer. No one said these had to be positive. So we can get 8 values for n. We can actually work them all out. 0, 1, 4, 13. -1, -2, -5, -14. Okay? And so there's 8 such values of n. Is 8 one of the possibilities? Yeah, there it is right on the end. So there's E, and that finishes off our 2010 Part 1. Now, if you're looking for Part 2, I'll be getting to that. Remember, Part 2 is the invitational part. It's just 5 questions with full written solutions as opposed to this multiple choice paper here. If you're looking for more Part 1s or more multiple choice questions in general, feel free to browse around the channel. I have them at all sorts of difficulty levels. But that's it for me. You guys have been wonderful, and I'll see you for more math in the future.